Monday Night Raw, February 17, 2014 review. What is up, guys? This is Chase Oliver 68 here, or just Chase Oliver, because YouTube won't let me add a 68 to my name. It's not a real name. Ah, who gives a shit? Fuck YouTube and Google sometimes. But anyways, this is my Raw review tonight. Let's just get this started. First off, we kick off the ring with everybody's favorite. And he pretty much is just looking at the WrestleMania sign. So if you guys are playing the WrestleMania sign drinking game, take a shot. Says he's going to win at the Elimination Chamber and go on to face Batista, but not if Antonio Cesaro has anything to say about it. Cesaro comes marching down that ramp and says he's going to win the Chamber. Oh, it doesn't even matter what Cesaro says, because fellow over here, Sheamus, is saying he's going to win the Chamber. Oh my God. One more match, Christian comes out and says he's going to win the Chamber. Randy Orton comes out and he says, I'm going to win the Chamber. He's the face of the WWE. Of course he's going to win the Chamber. Daniel Bryan comes out and says, yes, 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 that's what the crowds, they do it for me. I'm going to win the Chamber. And this segment was just so predictable, so lackluster. None of the promos were worth it, in my opinion. It was all just set up for a series of matches that we were going to see tonight. Yeah, that's all it was. Out came Kane. Kane came out and said, Daniel Bryan, you will face Christian. John Cena, you will face Antonio Cesaro. I said great matchups. Those are great matches I want to see on Monday Night Raw to build up for Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Kane just pretty much says that, but then there's a plot twist. Like all WWE storylines, there has to be a plot twist, damn it. And Daniel Bryan and Christian are happening right now. And when it looks like Daniel Bryan and Christian are going to have a nice big match between two good baby faces, Christian attacks Daniel Bryan from behind. They just decide, fuck it. We don't know what we're doing with Christian's character. Just turn him heel. And honestly, I know fans are like, I like Christian as a heel. I just don't get it, man. Like, why is Christian turning heel at such a random point? It just felt so forced. It didn't feel dynamic. It wasn't like it was building up that he would turn heel. It was just kind of like, yeah, he just turned heel, guys. Appreciate it. Whatever. Could you even really count this as a heel turn? I don't know if you can count this as a heel turn to me personally, but Christian and Daniel Bryan put on a good match. Daniel Bryan ends up winning. And of course, Kane's upset. He's like, oh, Daniel Bryan, you freaking won. I'm going to beat you up. And Kane and Daniel Bryan have a match where Kane just beats up Daniel Bryan. Bryan wins by DQ because Kane won't let go of Bryan. Kane beats down Bryan. What I liked about this segment right here is pretty much it showed some foreshadowing. It made both Christian and Daniel Bryan kind of look strong heading in towards the Chamber match. Not one man looked too overly dominant in the match. Not only that, like I said, the foreshadowing of Kane might screwing Daniel Bryan in the near future. I mean, that's pretty much obvious that Kane might screw Daniel Bryan in this match because we got to set up that Triple H match at WrestleMania. That's pretty much what it's setting up for. If you guys can't see that by now, I'm sorry, but that's going to happen. All right, before I talk about some other main stuff, let's talk about some of the stuff that happened in the mid-card. Yeah, WWE actually gave us an episode where shit happens in the mid-card. Can you believe it? Santino Marella and Fandango feud. Emma, Santino, who gives a shit? Next. Jey Uso took on the Road Dogg. Billy Gunn. Sorry, Road Dogg was on commentary. Took on Billy Gunn in a one-on-one match to set up for their match at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And in all honesty, Jey Uso wins here. Road Dogg and Billy Gunn are upset. The Usos are looking strong, heading towards Elimination Chamber. I like this. It was a fine little build-up. I'm excited for their little tag match at the Chamber. I won't be talking too much what I think about some of the Chamber matches in this video, because then I'll just be repeating myself for my Chamber preview and predictions later this week. So I'm not going to dive in too much, but as for what it did to kind of get you excited for the Chambers that the Usos could possibly beat the New Age Outlaws, I felt it did a very good job doing so and progressing. And wow, the IC title actually gets built up. So Jack Swagger beats Kofi Kingston. Sucks that Kofi Kingston had to lose here. But Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter automatically, Biggie Langston after match automatically comes out to confront Swagger. Biggie Langston and Swagger have a little bit of a stare down. Biggie Langston ends up being in a handicap match against the three-man band. Yeah, the Chosen One, Drew McIntyre, and Jinder fucking Mahal. Who's going to win? Biggie Langston, of course, is going to win this fucking match. I mean, this match is nothing to write home about. Zeb Coulter was money on the mic, and I feel he did a really good job egging on Biggie Langston. And it adds a different dimension into this match between him and Jack Swagger. There's a bunch of different ways that can happen towards the pay-per-view. I'm very excited to see how this works out between Biggie Langston and Jack Swagger. I think it's an interesting IC title match. Will be a good one. I don't know, but I think it will be an interesting IC title match, and I felt they did enough job for me to actually care a little bit for the IC title match. Speaking of mid-card feuds, you know what we always bitch about in the YWC? We bitch about how some guys just don't get featured, and how they need to feature new talents on pay-per-views. Well, at Elimination Chamber, we will get to see Darren Young take on Titus O'Neil in a singles match. You know what? I'm not really that interested in the Darren Young Titus O'Neil storyline. I just don't agree that they should have broke up, and I don't agree with Titus O'Neil being a heel all too much. I like Titus O'Neil's promo. You can definitely tell he has charisma. He just needs to work on the pacing and the breaking down of his voice when he does the promo. But other than that, I felt he did a good job. Got me a little excited for their match. Nothing really over-the-toply exciting, but it was all right. I'm glad that they're actually having two lower mid-card guys who used to be a tag team that didn't do shit actually feuding and actually having a match. Will it go anywhere afterwards? That's where time will tell. Knowing time in WWE probably won't. But at least they're putting in the fucking effort. Well, we know Titus O'Neil is going places. I'm wondering if Darren Young will go places. But anyways, let's move on to the Shield and the Wyatt stuff. Roman Reigns beats up Mark Henry. Why is Mark Henry losing matches? This makes no damn sense to me why Mark Henry should be losing damn matches. But it's alright. Roman Reigns looks like a beast. Roman Reigns is still unstoppable. He did something that Dean Ambrose couldn't do. Beat Mark Henry singly in the match, setting up the foreshadowing that Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose will eventually fight at WrestleMania with Seth Rollins being the middleman. Wyatt's come onto the screen, cut their usual Wyatt family promo shit. Wyatt's take on the Los Matadores with Sin Cara. Oh, God. End up dominating the whole match and winning. Not much build-up for the Shield and Wyatt's early on the show, besides that one little promo, but it gets better later on. Trust me, it does. Now let's talk about some of the last couple matches on here, because I'm pretty sure I covered almost anything. If I forgot something, let me know down below. Anyways, John Cena taking on Antonio Cesaro, and, you know, I saw some interesting responses to this match, and, you know, some people were saying this was a great match. Some people thought this was a terrible match where Cesaro looked great in this match. And this is where I go on this. For a TV match, this was a good match. I enjoyed this match. I felt Cesaro looked like $1,000,000. I kind of wish Cesaro did go over here just to leave more suspense heading towards Elimination Chamber. But I know why they put John Cena over. They want John Cena to look like the ultimate favorite. That's the thing. They want John Cena to look like the ultimate favorite at the end of the day. Because they want people to believe John Cena will win this match. And in all honesty, I can understand why the WWE books it like that. It's not my favorite type of booking. I'm not saying it is. But as a reviewer and someone who has to come on here and kind of be unbiased and kind of review the show and kind of give you my information and my take of how good this episode was, this match was good for TV. Very enjoyable between these two. Nice back and forth. Cesaro, like I said, looked like $1,000,000 here tonight, and I feel he has a bright future ahead of him. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, didn't you say the same thing about Damien Sandow? Yeah, the difference is Antonio Cesaro is a guy that looks like he's a big star for the WWE. Damien Sandow, to me, is a great complementary piece in the WWE. There's a difference between being a big star potential and being a complementary piece. Look at all the other complementary pieces in the past in the WWE. They have won titles, but they have never been the guys that elevated to big stars. See Chris Jericho, see Edge, guys who were great complementary pieces to big stars like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hell, I'll even throw Jeff Hardy as a big star, even though some might want to say he's a complementary piece. But in all honesty, that is the truth. But I felt this was a good match. This is a match you should definitely check out if you missed it. I thought both men looked good in this match. I felt both men looked strong heading towards the Chamber. Cena ends up winning, and like I said, they want you to think Cena's going to win at the Chamber and then be in disbelief when he loses. That's the bottom line. That's the reason why Cena won this match. Because if Cesaro would win, then a lot of people will be too much expecting Cesaro to win the Chamber. That is the truth. Cesaro wins against Randy Orton on SmackDown and then beats John Cena on Raw. Motherfuckers want to see him become world champion. WWE would have no choice but to put the WWE Championship on him. With John Cena, they want to make him look like he's the ultimately strong guy, make him look like no one can touch him heading towards the chamber, just so when he loses, we all know, oh, he lost because that guy screwed him, because we all know someone's going to screw him. He ain't going to lose fair and square, baby. This is John Cena's world, not ours. John Cena books this shit. You know that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Cena wins. Good match for TV. Let's move on forward to Batista and Del Rio backstage. Who gives a shit? Looks like Del Rio is going to get buried out of the Elimination Chamber. Batista pushes him with the neck breaks, and Triple H. What is Triple H anyways? A heel face? Who gives a shit? Triple H is the biggest star in the company today. Let's just move on forward to the main event of the evening between Randy Orton and Sheamus. No more Sheamus Randy Orton matches. They're so boring. They can't put on a good match together. They really can't. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch Randy Orton and Sheamus ever again. WWE, please stop booking this shit. These two cannot work together. That is the bottom fucking line. I honestly have not seen a Randy Orton versus Sheamus match whatsoever. Honestly, I have never ever seen a great Randy Orton and Sheamus match. This is just a... I'm sorry. Match was slow. Usual Randy Orton and Sheamus match. All of a sudden, out comes the Shield. The Shield beats down Sheamus. Sheamus wins by DQ. Yes. Daniel Bryan, John Cena come out there. Cesaro all of a sudden is coming out to fight off the Shield, which makes no damn sense to me. Why is Cesaro helping the babyfaces? Out comes Christian. Then he just turned heel. Oh, who gives a shit? Lights go out. Yeah. Wyatt family comes out. And WWE make the Wyatt family and Shield touch. What? Why? Why do you have the Wyatt family and Shield touch now? WWE, did you not realize you actually had a good thing going, making sure these motherfuckers don't touch whatsoever? Did you not realize that these two were doing a good job not touching each other, and that when they finally do touch and we do finally get that epic brawl, it would have been awesome at Elimination Chamber? Oh, you guys make them touch now, and the ending of Raw is just some utter chaos that makes no damn sense to me. The Chamber guys are fighting off the Shields and Wyatts, and I'm confused during watching the whole damn episode. Honestly, I hated the ending of Raw. That's just my personal opinion. You could like it. I have no problem if you liked it. I just felt it was some car crash TV crap. That's just me. And it wasn't funny like John Cena and Randy Orton. That shit was funny. This was not funny. This was just confusing and hurting my brain. But overall, for a go-home show of a Monday Night Raw, great show. I thought it was a great job by WWE and what they built up and what they accomplished for Elimination Chamber. I mean, Elimination Chamber, let's face it, it's a predictable pay-per-view. We know what the fuck is going to happen. It is obviously so damn predictable. But WWE did a good job making you excited for the show. Have great little centerpieces for this show, great matches for this show that look entertaining and seem like they can tear down the house. I think Big E Langston and Jack Swagger can surprise some people. I think that Wyatt versus Shield is going to be awesome. I think the Elimination Chamber match is a stacked up match with some really good talent that's going to be interesting. In all honesty, for me personally, WWE did a good job tonight building up my excitement for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. This is it for me tonight. If you guys like me and you want to hear more from me, you can subscribe down below or check out the description box to my new website that I have, chillinwithchase.wordpress.com, where you can hear the Chillin' with Chase podcast. You know, all the NFL and MMA and all that other stuff I like to talk about? Yeah, you can hear more about it down below with the podcast. I'll post the link to the podcast and the link to the website for you guys. Also, follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoy your night of Monday. And that's all I got to say. Coming up soon, Elimination Chamber preview and predictions. Peace!